Welcome to UK and Australia Property News, where we bring you expert analysis on international property markets. Today we're diving into a critical topic affecting property investors worldwide: how increasing US tariffs are reshaping global real estate landscapes and creating both challenges and opportunities for savvy investors like you. The ripple effects of trade tensions are transforming property markets in ways many investors haven't fully recognized. Today, we'll explore how these shifts impact different regions, which markets show resilience, and most importantly, how you can position your portfolio to not just survive but thrive in this changing environment. At Homes Global, we specialize in UK and Australian property investments, markets that offer particular advantages during economic uncertainty. But before exploring these opportunities, let's understand the broader context of what's happening globally. The immediate effect of tariff increases is being felt in construction and development sectors worldwide. Steel, aluminum, and timber imports facing higher tariffs have caused a significant uptick in global building material costs. This isn't just an American phenomenon, it's affecting projects from London to Sydney and beyond. Developers across markets are feeling the squeeze on profit margins. We're seeing projects delayed, scaled back, or in some cases, costs being passed directly to buyers through higher purchase prices. For existing property owners, this actually creates an interesting advantage: your asset becomes more expensive to replicate, potentially enhancing its value. The supply chain disruption has another fascinating consequence: manufacturing is increasingly relocating to Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam and Thailand. This migration is creating booming demand for industrial real estate and, subsequently, residential housing in these regions as workforce needs expand. For international investors with the right guidance, these emerging markets present compelling opportunities if approached with proper due diligence. Beyond construction costs, tariff wars create broader economic ripples affecting property markets in more subtle ways. Central banks responding to inflationary pressures may maintain higher interest rates longer than previously expected. This directly impacts mortgage costs and could suppress residential demand, particularly in highly leveraged markets like Canada and parts of Australia. However, this same uncertainty drives a flight to quality. We're witnessing significant capital flows into stable, core real estate assets in markets with strong legal protections. Germany's commercial properties, Singapore's prime developments, and indeed, UK's resilient rental market are benefiting from this trend. International investors are increasingly reevaluating their geographic allocations. Markets heavily dependent on exports, particularly certain Chinese manufacturing hubs, face headwinds. Meanwhile, traditional safe havens are gaining attention. The US domestic market is seeing capital inflows, though with interesting nuances. Industrial and logistics properties outperform while office spaces struggle due to remote work trends. European core cities, particularly London and Paris, continue attracting investment due to their stable legal environments and strong domestic demand. Despite Brexit concerns, London's fundamental appeal to international investors remains remarkably resilient. Southeast Asian emerging hubs are capitalizing on manufacturing shifts, creating compelling investment cases for markets like Ho Chi Minh City and Bangalore, though with increased complexity requiring expert guidance. This environment of change is creating clear winners and losers across property markets. In the United States, industrial properties supporting reshored manufacturing and domestic logistics are outperforming, while Sunbelt states like Texas and Florida benefit from population inflows seeking affordability and quality of life. In China, export-dependent cities face pressure on property values, though first-tier city prime locations maintain their safe haven characteristics. Government policy adjustments like easing purchase restrictions may provide targeted support to these markets. Europe presents an interesting picture with stable rental returns attracting capital, while green building initiatives drive renovation demand, particularly in northern European markets like the Netherlands and Scandinavia. Rising energy costs remain a concern for developer margins, however. Southeast Asia shows perhaps the most dramatic transformation, with manufacturing relocation driving demand for industrial parks and creating residential needs in markets like Hanoi and Bangkok's periphery. investors must carefully navigate foreign ownership restrictions and political considerations. The Middle East, particularly Dubai, has seen luxury residential markets benefit from safe haven capital inflows, though investor confidence remains somewhat tied to oil price volatility. Tax advantages and visa programs continue enhancing these markets' appeal to international buyers. Based on this comprehensive analysis, we at Homes Global recommend several strategic approaches for property investors. First, defensive positioning is essential in uncertain times. Diversifying your property investment with long-term leases and stable cash flows. For more liquid investments, real estate investment trusts specializing in warehousing, logistics, or essential rental housing provide inflation-resistant income streams. Second, structural opportunities exist for investors willing to look beyond traditional markets. Emerging market industrial properties, particularly in Vietnam and Thailand's special economic zones and industrial parks, offer compelling growth potential. Green building initiatives, accelerated by Europe's carbon border tax considerations, create renovation opportunities in established markets. Third, risk management dictates avoiding certain high-exposure sectors. Residential markets overly dependent on speculative foreign investment, like Vancouver or Sydney's premium segments, warrant caution. Office markets, particularly in regions where remote work has become entrenched, face ongoing structural challenges requiring selective approach. At Homes Global, we specialize in global property investments, markets that offer particular advantages in this environment. The UK market, especially outside London in growing regional centres, provides strong rental yields with the security of a well-established legal system. Recent policy changes have actually created attractive entry points for international investors seeking stable returns. Australia continues offering an appealing combination of strong property rights, transparent markets, and economic resilience. While some urban centres may face affordability challenges, strategic investments in growth corridors supported by infrastructure development present compelling opportunities for long-term investors. Both markets benefit from strong domestic demand fundamentals, politically stable environments, and established property rights, precisely the characteristics that become more valuable during periods of global uncertainty. The global property landscape is undoubtedly being reshaped by trade tensions and tariff policies, but informed investors recognize that market shifts create opportunities. The key is understanding which markets offer the combination of local demand strength and policy stability that provides resilience against external shocks. At Homes Global, our expertise positions us uniquely to help you navigate these changes. Whether you're looking for cash flow-focused investments like rental residential or logistics properties, opportunities in policy-advantaged regions, or safe haven assets in core global cities, our team provides the market intelligence and execution support you need. Visit our website at www.homesglobal.com to schedule your personalized consultation. Our property specialists will help you identify specific opportunities aligned with your investment goals and risk tolerance. In times of market transformation, working with experienced advisors makes all the difference between merely preserving capital and positioning for exceptional returns. Remember, successful property investment isn't about timing the market, it's about making informed decisions based on fundamental value and long-term trends. Let Homes Global be your trusted partner in building a resilient, profitable international property portfolio. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis valuable, please subscribe to our channel for more insights on global property markets.